Before starting, make sure you check that the tray fits perfectly and you know exactly how to position the tray in preparation for the bonding procedure. Remove the tray, make sure you dry it, and remember 20 minutes prior to the bonding appointment you need to condition the back of the composite pads to allow the new composite to bond to the existing composite, and this could either be with plastic bracket conditioner or even just a bonding agent such as Solo. We then go ahead and prepare the teeth. We usually use a sandblaster with 50 micron aluminium oxide or pumice and water. We rinse the teeth, we place our parotid guards in and our dry fill system to ensure that we have good access to the teeth and no moisture. We then obviously rinse the etch off the teeth. We then air dry the teeth. You want to make sure that the field stays totally dry with no saliva contamination on the teeth. So we usually change the cotton wool rolls during this procedure. We use a special tooth dryer to ensure the teeth are totally dry, but if you have an oil-free compressor, this is probably not a necessary part of the procedure. But obviously we want to see the white frosty surface of a good etched surface. We then proceed to place sealant on each tooth, such as Solo, then air dry the sealant. Once again we use the tooth dryer. This is the critical path now for success, where we use a flowable dual cured composite that we place on the back of each composite pad, usually just a pin drop on the brackets and a little bit more on the molar tubes. Then we place the tray in the patient's mouth and we hold it firmly in the patient's mouth, and the assistants then proceed to tack cure the composite. And I usually suggest that the assistant cures each tooth for about 10 seconds whilst we're holding the tray in place, and I usually hold the tray in place for about 1.5 to 2 minutes in total. The assistants just remove the hard outer tray using just a scaler, and this comes off very easily. And then I instruct the assistants to continue with the curing process through the soft inner tray for at least another 10 seconds per tooth. At this point, we can then remove the soft inner tray, and I usually get a scaler on the disto buccal of the distal molar, and we just peel the tray off from underneath the undercut of each bracket, and roughly by the time you get to the canine, the whole tray is able to peel off with your fingers. Usually we've removed the cheek retractors at this particular point in time, but for the purpose of photography, those cheek retractors were in place when we removed the soft inner tray. We obviously check for bracket positioning, and then we just do a final cleanup of the composite, usually with a scaler. And if you've got excess composite around the brackets, even a small round burr can be utilised. We want to make sure that the intercontact points are free, so we use dental floss, but remember most of the time we're going to be doing IPR between these anterior teeth, so by the time you put your IPR strip through, you've actually cleaned the contact points anyway. And the bonding is completed, ready for your wire placement. This is the stage where we do any high-speed IPR, or what we call PPR for preventative proximal reduction, and this is done with a very fine tapered burr, and we only do this on any proximal surface which is fully accessible to us. This is demonstrating the IPR with our interproximal strips